unnecessary vlog.
We are finally on week 4 of my perfume journal. I am really excited to share it with you guys. But for those of you that are new to watching these videos, I will write down all the perfumes I wear during the whole week. And I will make notes, with different perfumes if need be. And then at the end of that week, I make a video like this where I will go through all of the perfumes that I'll mention all the perfumes I wore. And then from that, I will break it down even further into like how many of those were celebrity, how many of those were, designer niche, how many of those were new releases, how many of those were older perfumes, things like that. So let's start off with, if I can get to the page. Okay, there we go. Let's start off with going through the whole list of perfumes that I wore this week. And I will, as usual, I'll put a picture up here of what I'm talking about. So we've got Bora Bora, Mont Blanc Signature, Strawberry Letter, Veneno Bianco, Very Sexy Oasis, Tropical Kiss, Yum Bougie Marshmallow, Burberry Her Intense, Burberry Goddess Intense, Chloe Nomad, Yara Candy, Cade Afterson, Tempo, Adorn, Pink Woods, Aromatics Elixir, Candied Lychee, Amber Vanilla, Liam, Floral Marshmallow, Sintra, Sweet Tooth, Guava Granita, Watermelon Batik, Donna Born in Roma, the OG, Donna Born in Roma Extra Dose, Rose Era, Amethyst, Libra Le Parfum, Tiger Lily, Sunkissed Hibiscus, Pure Honey, Fancy, Cocoa Shimmy, Devotion, and JLo Glow. So those are all the perfumes lined up. Now let's look at, there was some I made notes on. The Burberry Goddess Intense. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I've said it yet in a video or not, but I absolutely love that perfume now. I owe that perfume a huge apology. Let's not be crazy here, but I think I actually love it more than the original Burberry Goddess. Oh my gosh, did I say that out loud? I think I do. It is the most intensely sweet vanilla perfume. Oh my goodness. And the patchouli in there is such a thick, earthy patchouli. It makes the vanilla even thicker and richer and sweeter. And the lavender in there is like, yes, it's more of a prominent lavender versus the original, but that's because It needs to be, because the vanilla is so unbelievably intense in that perfume. If it was the original lavender that's in the original perfume, you wouldn't even smell it at all. Like it needed to be, like it just, oh, it's so good. And I used to think it was more masculine, like unisex masculine smelling. No, not at all now. But see, I wasn't really into patchouli scents. I wasn't into mossy, earthy type of perfumes. Like none of that was my jam. I thought those were all very masculine smelling. But then it started with the Aromatics Elixir. And from there, my nose started to see things a little bit differently. And now I love those scents so much. Oh my goodness. You know, so it's so interesting how our noses can change from like 6 months ago to now. Like the difference is crazy. And then also I got my Chloe Nomad finally. I keep on hearing everyone talk about. Chelsea talks about it all the time on Perfumes on the Porch. She is such a doll baby, I swear. She talks about it all the time. And oh my gosh, was it Karen from New Day Scents, a new scent? Oh, I can't remember the name of her channel. I'll put it here. She's talked about it before too, and I know some other people have as well, but I can't remember who they were exactly. And I was like, okay, enough. I get it. Say less. I'm going to purchase it now. And so I did. And absolutely love it. It's a Chypre, and that's my jam right now. That's my jam. If I could put this in 2 words, it would be citrus and mossy. Those are the 2 main things that I get from this. Very citrus and mossy. Very thick, fresh citrus, but it's like very earthy, dirty, mossy. There's some patchouli in there. And you know what this perfume makes me think of like a tomboy, a country girl. She gets her hands dirty. You know, maybe she has she has a tractor and a farm, or, you know, she's a part of the 4-H at school, and she like entered her pig in the county fair. Like, you know, that's the type of woman, tomboyish type of scent I'm getting from this. But I'm also getting a very like, how do I describe it? Like a woodland fairy, but how I mean is that, okay, so picture like a fairy out in the woods, and her feet are barefoot and they're covered in mud because she's been, you know, running through the forest barefoot. So her feet are covered in mud. Her dress is made of moss. Her hair is wild with twigs sticking out of it, and different pieces of leaves, you know, sticking out of her hair. But she's this like sparkly woodland fairy. Like that's the type of fairy I'm picturing in my head. And I absolutely love it. It just smells like me. It smells like, just because I grew up on a farm with goats and stuff, and I don't know, it just smells like me, and I love it. But very citrus and mossy would be the 2 main things that I would get out of, or I would use to describe this perfume. Really love it. And then let's see if there was any other, I don't think there was any other ones that I made notes on. Okay, so now let's go to the recap. So it was 37 perfumes total that I wore this past week. Which, you know, I think that's the most that I've worn so far. But a lot of these, keep in mind, for those of you who are newer to watching this type of video that I do, some of these perfumes I will layer up. I'm not wearing each individual one through different times of the day. Like sometimes I will layer up like 2 or 3 perfumes at a time if they go together, you know, make like a nice perfume combo. So yeah, 37 perfumes total. 2 of them were samples. 0 travel sizes this time around. Didn't use any travel sizes. 7 out of the 37 perfumes were Middle Eastern. 5 out of the 37 perfumes were celebrity, and 25 out of those 37 were designer slash niche. 3 of the perfumes I wore more than once. 2 of the perfumes were first impressions. two perfumes out of 37 were 2025 releases. The other 35 perfumes were either 2024 to whatever, you know, anything beyond 2024. So that's the recap for week 4. Now, the next week, oh my gosh, stay tuned because it's going to be very exciting. I am planning on doing a whole monthly recap. So all of those 4 weeks that I just did, I'm going to lump them into one video, end of the month perfume journal roundup thing. And I'm going to break it down and let you know exactly, I've already got it set up ready to go here, but I'm going to break it down on exactly how many perfumes I wore total for the entire month. Now, you would think like, oh, well, I can just watch your other 4 videos and you say in the video, I wore X amount of perfumes total. So if you just add those up, that would be it, right? No. This took me a whole day to complete because I had to go through my entire journal and make sure that I didn't count any perfumes more than once. Because like, for instance, Chloe, if I wear Chloe one week, she counts, you know, as a perfume I wore that week. If I wear her for another week, she counts for that other week. But as far as a whole month goes, I'm not going to count her twice because it's just one perfume. I'm only counting like each individual perfume I wore. So I had to go back in my journal and figure all that out. And then how many of those were Middle Eastern, how many of those were designer, how many of those were I used more than once. And this is where it's going to get really interesting, guys, because I'm gonna literally tell you which celebrity perfumes I wore the most and how many times I wore them, which Middle Eastern did I wear like the most of, which designer niche did I wear the most of. It's good. It really, as soon as I had it all, it was a pain. It was a lot of counting, and my brain was fried by the end of the day. But I'm so glad I did that because looking at it, I was like, wow, this is so fascinating. And I think you'll think it's fascinating too when it comes up. But it's got to be a video all on its own because we're going to be talking about a lot of perfumes in that video, recapping on a lot of things. So it needs a whole dedicated video on its own, which will probably come out at the end of the month, I assume. I assume that's what we'll do. We'll see. But anyway, so that is everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you later.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.